Welcome to the Copper King Mine and Railroad. Today's video is on the Honeymoon Train, so stay tuned. The Honeymoon Train at Bingham Canyon. From the Don Strack collection, we have some interesting photos of a 1911 honeymoon train that came to Bingham Canyon. 1911 was when the wealthy had their own train cars and traveled around the country. The three images were accompanied by this description.
In February 1911, a special train came to Bingham Canyon by way of Rio Grande's Highline branch into Cuprum Yard and the Canyon Bridge connection to the Utah Copper Mine Yard. The occasion was the cross-country honeymoon trip by a private railroad train, the party celebrating the marriage of Vivian Gold and Major Jack Beresford, Lord Decies. The private train consisted of D&RGW locomotive 780, a 460, with two passenger cars, a combination baggage and staff car, and business car number 2 of the Missouri Pacific Railroad. The photographs were taken by George L. Beam and come from the D&RGW Archives of the Colorado State Historical Society, courtesy of Jackson C. Thode, D&RGW accountant and historian.
Helen Vivian Gold was born May 2, 1893. She was the fourth of 7 children born to George J. Gould, railroad executive, and Edith Kingdon, an actress. Vivian's grandfather was J. Gould, a leading railroad developer and speculator. He was known as one of the ruthless robber barons of the Gilded Age. Vivian Gold was married to Major Jack Beresford, Lord Decies, from European aristocracy. On February 7, 1911, they would have 3 children. The first photograph shows the honeymoon train crossing over a bridge at Bingham. I think this was the bridge that crossed over the canyon from Utah Copper's workings to the Rio Grande Western's Cuprum Yard. Boston Consolidated Copper also used the bridge to transport their ore from the Car Fork vertical tram to Cuprum. So here's some images of that S-type bridge that crossed over the canyon right there. The next image shows the wedding party outside the train. The steam locomotive is to the right. The S-type bridge is to the left. In the center of the photo, in the background, is Utah Copper's new location for their train shop. And above on the mountain is a building to cover one of the aerial trams that came down from Car Fork. Third picture of the wedding party, they pose with the canyon below them in the background, houses and buildings on the canyon floor. Now, I'm not sure where this photo was taken from. In newspaper articles about the wedding and honeymoon, it said nothing about their trip to Bingham, only one mention of their short honeymoon trip out west. The big story about the wedding was the Cartier crown of diamonds, the tiara, her father gave her for their wedding. Vivian was one of the richest debutantes at the time. Some of her wedding presents, out of the 500 she received, were fascinating. Vivian was 18 years old on her wedding day, February 7, 1911. Her husband, on Beresford V, was 45 years old. Vivian died February 3, 1931, at the age of 37, from jaundice and a heart attack in London. This is what the mine looked like in 1909, 2 years before their honeymoon trip. It gives you an idea what they were able to see. Another view was taken in 1916, shows the mine, and it was always changing. So that's the honeymoon train at Bingham.